So I got into it, started project managing, had all my license at that time, my general contractor license, electrical, AC, plumbing.
Oh, so pause real quick. That's not like, I know that's not like just like a driver's license. That's that's real deal. Like, so you had your GC, electrical,
AC, mechanical, plumbing. Yeah, I was all in.
Real estate motivated. I am here with my guy Sam, serial entrepreneur, multifaceted among a lot of things. Just really gonna be focusing on real estate and also learning a lot of great things he's doing outside of that. You can do a quick, brief intro if you like.
Gotcha.
If you don't know him already around the city, you know.
Sam Well, CEO, Live Well Property Group, New Orleans developer, investor, serial entrepreneur. I do a facet of things like you said, but today we focus on real estate primarily. So here's a walkthrough of my latest project.
Latest one, let's check it out, man.
Still open wall, rough framing has been done. Electrical AC system has been installed. This is a multi-family, which is hot right now. So this is my fireproof wall. But everything's is still wide open for you guys to take a walk through. So
definitely. So this is a duplex?
Yes, sir. Duplex. Family in the front, family in the back. Privacy all around. 3-bed, 2.5 bath, designed by myself. I do pretty much all my designs. I'm an artist at heart, so I draw them all out, give it to my architect, he makes it pretty. But long story short, yeah, man, this is my latest project, and as you see, I like to do things with the ceilings, and tall ceilings are the must for me. Open concept, open flow properties. You'll get a flow once you walk through the property, but this is one of my babies, man. So we're moving from the open concept, living room, kitchen, dining space. Have my bedrooms like this. First bedroom, second bedroom, main bath. And I got a tub, excuse me, a shower big enough for family.
Oh yeah,
so y'all take a look at that.
So how many square feet is this side?
Approximately 1,580. So right under 1,600 square foot. And the one next door is a little bit smaller, right around 1,500.
Okay, okay.
You know.
And how many beds you said on each side?
3-bed, 2.5 baths.
Both sides?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow.
That's how I like to do it. You get more flexibility with the more bedrooms, home offices, gyms, things of that nature that people need in today's time.
Definitely.
So I keep it modern. I keep it simple, modern, minimal, but still clean, and I would say sophisticated when I'm done with
definitely,
design.
Definitely, man.
So yeah, this side one. I'll show you side two.
That's good. That's good. So I know you're from the city.
7-1 Gentilly.
7-1 Gentilly.
Yes, sir.
And what college did you go to?
University of New Orleans.
Okay.
So UNO gave me a full ride. Shout out to the privateers. Gave me a full ride, civil engineering, man. I had to take it, and that's my scholastic background. But like I said, prior to that, I was a creative kid growing up. Music, art, drama, things like that influenced me to be who I am today. So even outside of my work life and my home life, I have art curated by local muralists. I support local artists all around the city. They should know me as well. If they catch the video, they'll know me. And I just done a lot of things to support New Orleans. Born and raised here, and I just love it here. I gotta always find some way to give back, or not even give back, add to the value. I feel like that's
make your mark on the city.
Yeah, I feel like that's much my mission, to not only inspire but to motivate. You know, I want to be an example for the next generation, and like your shirt says, access is wild and dream. I want to be shout out to B Mike. I want to be a representation of that culture moving forward. So I try to implement creativity, just ingenuity, as well as other ways of just reinventing myself and reinventing my properties to not only speak for today but for the future.
And you definitely are, man. Like I look at some of your properties, and you know, once you get to that stage of development, you can spot, if you know real estate and you know the city, you can spot the developer style, you can their taste level and what they're doing. And man, it's definitely, you know, you come one of the greats definitely in the city and the world, you know what I'm saying? Definitely doing your thing.
Thank you,
and really, man, do you have like a favorite part or favorite phase of construction?
Yeah, man, all facets of construction is
really
me, because everyone's his own little important step. So a lot of people look at when the sheetrock's up and it's all painted and done, but the bones of the property, the actual foundation is super important, man. So I have to make sure that not only am I involved, but I design it correctly for not only city inspector, but to my standards.
Yeah.
I want my properties to live 100 years. Some would say, like some properties in New Orleans, they last in the French Quarter with the materials they use, the type of wood, the type of designs. They're timeless.
Yeah.
I would like to implement the same concept with all of my properties as well. So 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, they'll still be like, wow, whoever designed this knew what they was doing.
Definitely,
I want that to be for me.
So, I know you mentioned the city, so I know how it can be a pain sometimes, but has it been really just you doing new construction projects back to back like that? Has it really been a way that you can, how should I say it, really be able to plan ahead, working with like city officials and permits and planning?
Yeah, man, funny that you say that. I usually plan projects at least 6 months out. So from not just design phase, blueprint phase, scouting out for just materials. I do everything at least 6 months out so I can be well prepped for when it's time to start the project. As you know, COVID is going crazy with the industry, so it slowed down and everything.
Yeah.
So from wood to sheetrock to paint, everyone had a shortage at one time that kind of shook everyone up, so we have to adjust, we have to pivot. So now, since COVID has transpired, now I still keep that same mantra of ordering earlier, getting materials in my hand to know I have them instead of ordering, because stuff can be on back order for weeks to months. You ask a lot of developers, windows, doors, specific pieces of finishes and trims.
And those
like
prices
that.
change too.
Oh, do they? The fluctuation is crazy right now, man. Inflation has shown its side, its tail, throughout the market for the last 2 years, but it's starting to level off now. It's been about 2 years since COVID kind of hit strong, and as we phase out of that, hopefully, the prices should continue to decrease.
Definitely. And let's continue to the other side before we really chop it up and dig it in. How long does it usually take you for a new construction project usually?
Good question. It depends on, for me, the size of the property,
like
square footage and everything, as well as the finishes. So as we can walk this way.
Oh, this way?
As I continue to develop property, I'm seeing that things slow down and speed up as they may.
Yeah.
So I don't give myself an exact timeline, but I like to project that I could be done with a project between 4 and 7 months now. Prior to COVID, 4 months, 5 months, we give like a maximum time. But since COVID has hit and now, like I say, supplies and materials have started to become a lot slower, we have to adjust on site. So at the moment, I give myself a lot of time, 5 to 8 months, if not 7. I would say 8 to be comfortable, but usually 6.5 would be perfect for a new development I do.
Gotcha. And I know you mentioned doing projects for yourself and also for investors as well.
Correct.
How do you approach new investors and letting them know, the circumstances of the market or just the uncertainty sometimes?
I tell them, like anything, do your homework. So we all have expectations, wants and needs in the field, but we can only do what we can with what we have.
Yeah, exactly.
So all early investors, I would advise them, not only do your homework, reach out and deal with other people such as other investors, realtors, contractors, even some of the laborers, the painters, the framers. Get to know the field. So as you get to know the field, you get to understand the work. And once you understand the work, you understand the process. So it's like a multi-phase, project, but each project is super important, at least to me. I pay attention to every detail. From the framing, foundation, sheetrock, cabinetry when it goes in. I'm a perfectionist at heart. I try to get things as well as I can.
And a creative, like you said, like a blank canvas.
So having that, I have to, for me, because besides developing, I project manage. I wear all the hats. And the investors, they don't think about all that. They just want return their money for the most part, but the other intricacies throughout the project are super important that they have never even thought about. So I would say, long story short, do your homework. Don't just look at the houses online, HGTV, the pretty pictures. Come around the job sites, get to know the work, get familiar with the type of structures you want to invest in, and it'll be a lot easier for you to invest in.
Definitely. And this one you said was the same square footage as the other side?
It's a bit smaller, so this would be the primary Airbnb for the client.
Okay.
This is their idea. So living in the front, Airbnb the back of the property, and similar concept, open space, living, dining, kitchen area, once again, my marquee signatures with the ceiling. I like to do a step up.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah, man. I like to have my
a
common theme with some of my projects.
Definitely.
So the ceiling is the open concept. As soon as you open the door, always there. This property, once again, 2.5 baths, bedroom here, half bath there, another bedroom in the back. But once again, I like doing something special in my master. Ample storage in my closets. Once again, X marks the spot in the master or primary, let's say nowadays, and a nice, once again, open, huge shower.
Bro, that's a huge shower. Like you like.
That's my thing, man.
I
gotta get the shower to make it feel. How can I say it? Make it sexy.
Yeah.
So
that's your flavor.
I'm 6'3" and my wingspan is not small.
Oh yeah.
You know, so this is enough space for people to come in here and do their thing.
Yeah, man.
So I'm always gonna emphasize the shower, natural light everywhere, and just make it more modern and spacious for everyone. So yeah, this property is one of my favorites so far. Doing this one right now, it's a lot of fun, bro.
So, do you see a lot of people doing that now with the multifamily, doing like living on one side and house hacking on Airbnb?
I do believe that's the concept most popular today. Even if it's not Airbnb, just general rental. They will once again invest in multifamily. As far as their loan procedure may go, I believe they have to live in one side for the most part, and then of course house hack, as you say now, with the other side to essentially pay their mortgage, living rent-free. So the concept is super popular right now. It's super beneficial to first-time home buyers who want to get invested in real estate, but have not just a home or property, but an investment long-term. So it works out in both facets of the field. It does.
So really, man, what we can start narrowing down really on you and your story. Really, what made you even want to get into real estate, or?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Really?
Like I said earlier, it really wasn't my go-to thing. I wanted to actually move to California when I was young and pursue any career in the arts, theater, music, whatever came my way. I was wanting to embrace that. But post college, my dad actually offered me a job. He was like, "Well, before you run off and live your life somewhere else, let's make some money first. Once you get your feet wet in the field and make some money, I have something to go out there. Basis, the foundation to start. If I did want to leave New Orleans." So I got into it, started project managing, had all my license at that time, my general contractor license, electrical, AC, plumbing.
Oh, so pause real quick. That's not like, I know that's not like just like a driver's license. That's that's real deal. Like, so you had your GC, electrical,
AC, mechanical, plumbing.
Bro.
I was all in one in my 20s, man, and
man, that's much respect. I
appreciate that.
That's not easy. It's a lot of work.
It wasn't. It took a lot of study, a lot of hands-on. For most of those trade licenses, you have to learn physically how to do the work and implement that at the test. So it was more just book work. It was book and it was hands-on. So I kind of got through that pretty quickly. Not pretty quickly, but I got through it.
And you was in school during this time?
I was at the university at the same time. So it was like school during the day, school at night, trying to figure it all out. But I knew it was beneficial, And once again, shout out to my dad who just told me, "Hey, while you're in school, go after this as well. Just get it out the way." And at the time, early 20s, I didn't know the importance. But now, in my early 30s now, I see it was the best thing I could have done.
Definitely.
Like, getting those out the way. So now, 2022, those licenses aid me in my development to this day. My engineering background helps me think of my blueprints easier to design. And now I'm able to fully immerse myself in these projects as much as I want to, because as soon as I wake up, I know what to do.
You know exactly.
I know what's going on. So
Well, really, bro, it's like, so for your projects, really, you, look, because I know what it takes to get those things in the process, so I have more admiration.
Okay, down,
I'm gonna edit that out, definitely. But for you, you know what I mean? Because it's not easy, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of people just get my GC, but you went all out, you know what I mean? And your father really planted that seed in you.
Yeah, he did.
And really, and I know you just being young, man, I'm going to California, I'm gonna live my life, you know what I mean? But much respect for you for having enough respect for your father. Really, you know what, let me just try this out and do it.
Definitely. He was a major factor. my development years to getting where I'm at now. So I shout out to Pops, Big Roscoe. I love him. He did his thing. But no, man, just getting back into it. What made me go into it? I saw the money as well. I mean, early on in my early 20s, or mid 20s at that time, the world was different. You know, stuff was more affordable. You know, houses were moving how they were moving. But I saw the benefit. You know, I actually saw, okay, you can't make money here. So for me, just starting off doing electrical work, AC work, doing odd job services for clients, I saw that side of real estate, just working in properties, compared to now at this stage, investing and working for said clients in a different fashion, developing for them now. So of course, the money was good. I saw the money growing up, and I said, okay, you know what? It's cool. I can stay a little longer in New Orleans, get a little money, and then I might move around. So,
for your projects, do you do your electrical work and all that?
Yeah, well, active now, I can have guys that work under me, under my licenses. So I design everything, and I have my guys, you know, run the wires now. But a while ago, I was the guy in here making all the holes, running all the wires, tying and everything. And now at the stage now, I'm at a management standpoint where I can line my guys out, drop off the material, and they do their thing. And I come in as my own inspector before city inspections, make my own inspections, make sure it's up to code, call my inspector, get it passed, on to the next phase.
So really, being a fellow perfectionist, I know you want this a certain way, you want this a certain way.
Definitely.
So really, how was it that transition jumping into a management role and finding the right people to live up to that, expectation?
Man, a lot of firing. A lot of hiring and firing when you're trying to find people to work with in this field who you don't know. There's a new relationship, a new working relationship, a new personal relationship. Because in this field, there's a lot more personality to deal with as well.
Definitely.
So finding those guys is tough. You have to give guys a chance. You have to take a chance with some guys, see their work, let them prove themselves that they know what they're doing, they're efficient, they're clean, they're honest. All that goes into it, because you can take a lot of L's in real estate.
Easy.
Man, from stepping on the nail and hurting yourself and can't go to work is there. Compared to someone breaking into your property, which does happen. They break into your property, steal all your wires, all your copper, all your end workers of the home.
First thing I noticed, you had the fence around it.
Man.
I know.
I have to get security is key on a lot of these job sites. So I have to secure myself and my property, and I make sure that, especially when I'm working for a client, if something happens while I'm managing it and GCing it, it's on me. It's not on them. So it's out of my pocket. So so everything kind of falls in line. It's like a machine. One coil leads to the next, and it has to move in a certain way to be run correctly. So I'm on top of everything, man. Everything.
So really, being in this market in New Orleans, and it has a lot going on right now. So really, how are you able to pick a certain neighborhood or a certain lot, just with all with the crime that could be going on around the city and stuff like that? Does that play a role in like your design?
Not necessarily for me. Being from New Orleans, I understand New Orleans. So there's no perfect pocket of the city, I would say, for anyone. I mean, you have to just be comfortable where you're at, get to know your neighbors, your neighborhood, and when you see crime and see things that are unpleasing to you, you do something about it. So for me, when I come to any neighborhood in New Orleans, I don't look at the negatives, I look at the positives. And I look at how can I put something in the neighborhood that's pleasing, and that's people want to know who's doing it and who's doing that, because that represents me as well. So I'm a positive person by nature. I'm a happy type of guy. So it's a joyous job site we have.
Definitely.
And that leads into me knowing the neighbors and being jolly with them, and and all that kind of breeds a different energy. So I don't know if I mentioned that I'm a real positive, energy flowing type of guy. So with all that being said, I have to branch out with that. Everyone has to feel that around me, basically. So if I go into a bad neighborhood, it's not bad to me. It's that, what can I do to make it better? What can I put my hands into, or what can I do to change it? And that's how I approach many of, not just real estate, but all of my endeavors. What value can I add to this formula to make it better? So I don't have I would say an undesirable look at certain neighborhoods, but I just say I have yet to invest in them. So there's New Orleans East, there's Lower Ninth Ward of New Orleans, there's even out to Metairie, Jefferson Parish, the West Bank, Algiers. It's all a beautiful city to me. But I've yet to put my stamp there yet. So that's how I like to see it. I am aware of the crime, But at the same time, I can't be scared to live my life and be who
Live-
I am
live
and
in fear,
develop.
yeah.
Correct.
Sexual use,
So
definitely.
I have to definitely keep that mindset wherever I go.
Gotcha. So this is more of a personal question. So you being the positive person, how do you stay positive when dealing with all these different personalities or subcontractors and things like that when you know the what's that cost? You know everything, the bottom line pretty much.
A lot of mental breaks, a lot of quiet, silent prayers. It's just reflecting and gathering my thoughts and approaching every day as a new beginning. So if something bad happened Monday, I can't carry the same energy Tuesday because my guys, I feel it, the job side, I feel it, I'll feel it. I'll have a headache or I'll be upset or I'll be just groggy, and I'll be off balance. And that's not good for anyone, especially the project. So when things do happen or occur that, let's say, throw me off schedule, I just take a step back, quick prayer, think about it, reflect on what's going on, and I re-strategize. I try to say, okay, I took a loss today, what can I do to not take this loss tomorrow or moving forward? So it's a lot of mental check notes just for me. I don't talk to a lot of people in my field because they're busy doing their thing, and we go through the same situations, and we'll talk about it when we link up. So that's kind of therapeutic, talking to other buddies in the field.
They can relate.
Yeah. But besides that, I keep it inside in a way. I internalize it, but I also just bottle it up in a way and throw it away at the same time. I keep it Monday, throw it away Tuesday. It never happened.
Yeah,
I gotta move forward.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly. All right, so I know you guys do, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But
No, good. I'm into it now. Talk to me.
Bet. Okay, so really, let's talk about your first project. You can choose investment project or your own GC project.
My first project a few years ago. What do you want to know? I mean, it was a lot of learning. It was a lot of losses.
Yeah. How
it
like
wasn't
the
easy.
growing pains. Really, how was that?
It was a good and bad situation. I mean,
Okay.
good as if saying it's sold.
Let me switch this battery. First.
Go ahead, take it.
Let me switch the battery.
There's a whole lot that goes into that. People just don't understand.
Yeah.
But I do it so quickly, so much, so often that it doesn't faze me anymore. I just keep going with the punches.
And people that's like really have been, that's Lil Sam, or I know Sam.
Yeah.
They don't have the mindset to fathom the hard work you put in to get there. You know what I mean?
Time, patience, prayers, studying. A lot of stuff. Don't believe me. There was no YouTube university for me. I had to learn it. I had to open those books. I had to take those tests. I had to understand that information and process it. And now I'm glad that I did. There was no get rich quick scenario for me in real estate. It was learn it the hard way. Learn the skills, get the education, and now, like I said, I'm implementing all of that now in my 30s, and it's been up since then.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's circle back. Let's talk about your first
My first project?
First project. How did that go?
It went well. Like I said, it was good and bad of it all, of course. Material got stolen. That was the bad stuff.
I feel like they happen to everybody. They first go around.
Material gets stolen. A seller will fall through. Had to get another seller, but eventually it got sold. It's a great feeling to have sold something, your first property, first project. It's like, wow, man, I can really do it.
Yeah.
So it gave me more motivation to continue. Because I could have stopped. I could have said, man, I took an L. I didn't make as much money as we thought. It was just not comfortable as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But now I like a challenge. So and with each property I've done, I challenge myself to get better and better and do more, implement more sophisticated stylings and design. And now I'm at the point now where I dream it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Definitely. And if you could tell your younger self something, if you could go back and tell your younger self something before preparing for your first project, what would you tell them?
That's a great question, man. It's a lot. It's not just one thing. It's not just one thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But off the top of my head, I would have tell them
definitely get a container for the material. Definitely get with that.
Protect the materials more. Definitely look out for security.
Yeah.
But no, man. What I would tell a younger version of myself now is starting off. Continue to believe in yourself. That's one thing I can say. I never faltered in my belief in what I could do. So not only continue to believe in yourself, trust in your vision, trust in yourself, trust that you would do what's best at that time because you're in the now. So, and besides that, continue to develop yourself and make yourself better so you can be better in the field. You know, if that makes sense. Like, continue to grow, continue to read, continue to stay abreast of information that's going to help you be better the next day. back then I probably was just thinking about what's at hand right now, or just the small steps and not looking at the big picture. I would say it's best to take a look at the big picture. Like you said, what's 5 years down the line, what you're going to be doing, what's 10 years. So I would say to myself to have, to think into more foresight. Am I saying that with foresight, Hines? Yeah, foresight to believe in that vision that you have, because what you believe can happen, you can make happen.
Definitely. I think that was a wrong question for you, because you already have every license in the book.
He was like, what more can I tell myself?
What more can you tell yourself? But no, man, definitely. I feel like that's common for a lot of people. Definitely people just trying to find their way and, you know, find that one thing to really get in tune with and really, you know, just be productive with. But, man, really, bro, I mean, really, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, you know, where you want, or where would you want to be, or I don't know if you're still trying to get back to California.
I would like to just be more versed in real estate and more markets, I would say. So right now, primarily in New Orleans, but let's say Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville. I heard Nashville has some great properties coming up. I would love to just, I would say, spread out a little bit more, and get into other markets and see if my ideas work there as well. Because New Orleans is its own little special places, you know.
So we're all in the world, like, it's like.
So I would definitely want to branch out a little bit more and possibly get into more commercial. I'm primarily residential right now with all of my clients and clientele and projects as of today. But commercial would be really cool, at least if not develop a commercial property, own it and develop that into something that's cool and unique for the market that it's in. So probably branching out and branching into commercial.
Gotcha. Would you be relocating, or would you move away, or you?
Great question. I don't know. It's on the market. If I could if I could probably build my own house out there for a good price, I probably would. But as of now, ground zero home is New Orleans, and I love it here. I love it here.
Definitely, man, definitely. And I just had a question, but my mind went blank. I'm gonna edit it out. It's gonna come back. Really, okay, So really, I know you mentioned you do properties for other investors and things like that. So of course, you're a general contractor. You do those in construction. What on the investing side? Really, what do you have, or what do you do really on that side?
For investors or for myself?
For yourself. For yourself.
Just holdings, rental property.
Okay.
That's a really, really great way of making income. You know, being a landlord, they would say rental property is great to have. I would advise anyone to be looking into real estate. If not getting their own home, get an investment property first, just because it will help you in the long term of finances. It would probably train your mind differently to think about businesses more, or how you are a business. Whatever you invest your money is now a business. So I would definitely encourage people to do that, looking to having some investment properties.
Gotcha. Because with you, you're not, it's so many, facets to you, you know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing, which is really a good thing, man. And really, you mentioned commercial. Really, do you ever plan on maybe opening up like an art space or a commercial space, or something like that?
That's one of my, like I said, that's one of my, I would say, passions, to have a creative space, if not for myself or other artists to use. So yeah, I would love to have a space that artists can come through and connect. I'm really big on connecting. Prior to real estate, I did entertainment, so I was into doing events and curating.
I actually met you maybe.
Wow.
10 years ago.
That's why you look for me.
10 years ago with my guy L. Shout out to L. It's been a minute. Okay. But yeah, man, that's really how I met you. When I saw your face, I said, it's connected. Yeah, man. So it's really the space where where were you from, bro?
Yeah, I definitely transcended from entertainment and doing events in New Orleans, and I was a creative events in New Orleans, to now focusing mostly on real estate. But yeah, I still have a background in that. So having that background, like I say, it helped mold me into who I am today. So just having those type of spaces and connecting with other creatives, man, it was so beneficial to my growth. Yeah. Not only as a developer, contractor, but as a person. Yeah. It helped me understand different walks of life, different type of people, how they live, how they do things, depending on what their specialty was. But primarily we're artists, as far as like a canvas medium, musicians as well. it helped me connect better, I would say. And that's one thing I love about doing events. I connected with really cool and creative people.
Yeah, definitely, especially in New Orleans.
Especially in New Orleans, yeah.
So I ask this question to everybody, asks to you. What does success mean to you?
Success to me, another good question, man. Success is, I guess, almost how they say it's beauty in the eye of the beholder. I kind of say the same thing with success. So it is what you want it to be, I would say. Just waking up and breathing is successful. You're alive, you know. But as far as working, I would say, getting your goals accomplished is always a success to me. If you want to cut your grass or something, paint on rooms,
small wins.
Yeah. If whatever you focus on and you obtain that, or you finish that project, that's success. So I don't want to minute it down to one particular thing, or making a bunch of money, or you know, doing this type of position, having this type of career. But it comes down to each individual's own personal goals. So for me, success to me was just getting out my goals. And one of my goals was being a developer and developing a property. I did that. So now what's another goal I can hit? Those goals to me are how I weigh success. So you obtaining those goals that you always wanted to obtain, or you dreamed about. That's to me is what success is. Hitting your goals.
Definitely. Just maximizing life.
That too. That too. Living your life. You want to live fully, as well as sharing your life with others, man. Like I said, I like to connect with people, man, like yourself, and just connect with genuine good people, give out that good energy. And that's how we grow as a people in the community. We learn from each other. We transfer information. We start talking. We see we have mutual friends, mutual interests, and it grows from there. So connecting with people, man, is top of my list.
Especially in our community, like New Orleans is already so small, and if someone's doing development in the city, you already know them. You know, if you like if I see you, oh man, he's just doing this thing, all right, whatever. But no, you know, man, you're black man doing your thing. I respect it. I admire. You know what I mean? I'm like, I feel like, you know, the world should see this. You know what I mean? Definitely, bro. You know, I just feel like we should be doing that, because I really feel like New Orleans, because it's like they have a lot of, like, you know, older families who have passed down properties on canal and this and that. We could really change that if 5 of us come together, 10 of us come together. You know, just change the whole atmosphere really in New Orleans development side. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. But bro, really, man, I definitely appreciate you. I admire you, man. I don't mind saying that at all. I appreciate it. How can the people find you?
Social media, I'm on Instagram, LiveWellSam, LIVEWLSAM. And connect to me when you see me out. I'm very social. I like going to, you know, different events that are going on in the city. And you might catch me at one of my own events. I'm very heavy into recreating a movement of creative spaces with creative people. And I'm going to get back to that soon. But as of now, just follow me on social media. DM me. I try to respond back to everyone who DMs me at that time, like I did with you. Hit me up. I got back with you as soon as I could. So yeah, I'm here to help teach, help learn, help educate, and help people learn anything that I'm good and that I'm passionate about. And right now, my primary focus is real estate development here in New Orleans, and helping people learn, at least teach them something that they may not know or they want to know in my field, because I love it. You know, I love it.
I see it. I see it. I see the detail. I see the way you let it out, express it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, bro, I met with subs. I met with general contractors. You know, you just see it. Like, it's just another project. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely recognize it, man. And really, do you offer any, like, mentorships, or anybody can consult with you or anything like that?
I mean, just how we're talking right now. Just reach out to me. Honestly, like I said, you reached out. We got in touch, we tapped in. Same thing with y'all. Just feel free to reach out. I'm a social guy. Once again, let's chop it up. Let's talk with you, social media or in person. I'm definitely open to meet and talk about what I love to do and what I'm doing right now. And how can I be of service, of course. I mean, we have to be of service to everyone we come in. I think we should be of service to everyone who needs our service, right? So if I can be of service to you as for consulting, you might want to hire me as a GC or something, project management, even with design and just ideas. I'm getting more into that now. Excuse me. I'm getting more into that now, and I'm here to help, man. I love to help, so I'm here to help.
Definitely. All right, bro. We good.
I appreciate you, man. Love, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
It's good, man. Shout out to you, man.